As I left, the old man called out shakily, "Whatever you do, don't turn to the last page. Consider this a warning." I didn't understand what he meant and asked again. This time, he shouted the same thing louder. My whole body trembled. I regretted the purchase only 2 minutes after making it. Even when I got back to the city, I would be alone in the house for a few nights. My roommates weren't returning until the following week. I decided not to read it until they were back. It didn't feel like a book one should read alone, and I'd spent half my money on it. I had no idea how I'd get through the rest of the month. On the bus, I read a few pages. The main character felt like me. His appearance, personality, quirks. The writer had drawn me on those pages. And every now and then, I could hear the old man's voice from nowhere. "Don't open the last page, son." Back in the city, I tried to distract myself, but the book was all I could think about. I gave in and started reading. I read 50 hair-raising pages. It was a warm spring night, so the windows were open. At some point, I fell asleep. The wind had picked up. I was curled up on the couch. In my dream, I heard the old man's voice again, warning me not to open the last page. I woke up suddenly, dazed and confused. The wind blew harshly through the open window. That's when I noticed the book the wind had begun to flip through its pages rapidly. I panicked and rushed over. The pages had almost reached the end. I tried to stop it. My hand landed on the final page. My heart raced like a drum. I looked up and began praying in fear. Was I cursed now? I was terrified, but I knew I had to face that fear. Slowly I lifted my hand. I had to see what awaited me on that final page. There was writing. In my panic, I thought it was Latin, but no, it was plain Turkish. And when I read it, I was horrified. It said, "The recommended retail price of this book is $20. Bookstores selling above this price will be investigated by the Ministry of Culture."